We all have talents God has given us. There is no individual without an inherent ability. God did not just give us those talents to waste them. Instead, He gave them to us so we can put them to work. We are servants, in other words, stewards of those gifts God has given us, as seen in the parable of talents in the book of Matthew chapter 25, verse 14 to 30. That parable illustrated two kinds of servants. The first were the good and faithful servants, while the second was the wicked and lazy one. The Bible in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 2 says, "Moreover, it is required in stewards that a man be found faithful." Now this is the point you begin to ask yourself, am I a good and faithful servant, or am I a wicked and lazy one? Work is God's character, and since He created us in His image and likeness, we too must have the character of working. Now, I'm not just talking about a white-collar job, although working a white-collar job is good. But it is not just in doing it that we get a reward from God. It is in finding our purpose on it, living out God's image in us and allowing His unique abilities to shine or stand out through us on that job that we receive the reward from God. So if you are a worker, know that your job or work is a gift from God and you're just a servant or steward. So it is required that stewards be faithful. You need to find the purpose for why God gave you that job. It's a talent He has put in your hand to use, to work. When you discover it, you need to be faithful at it. There's a popular hymn I love so much that has a line in it that says, "Let none hear you idly saying there is nothing I can do." There is definitely something you can do. This is a special call to young people out there. There's definitely something you can do with or without a white-collar job. You cannot just sit and wait to have a white-collar job before you begin to work. There's definitely something, a talent or two that God has placed in your hands. Yours may not be 5 talents or 10 talents. Yours may even just be 1 talent that God has placed in your hands, and then you have hidden it in the ground. You are probably fixing your eyes on the 3rd or 4th talent God has given another. You are maybe even wishing you had the job of another. Sometimes you hear some people say, if I had the opportunity this person had, I would have done this or done that. But you've forgotten that God has given you that one golden talent that if you had put to work, or if you put to work, would yield so much for you. My prayer for you is that the little you have will not be taken away from you before you realize how blessed and empowered you are. Thank you for listening.